Hey, thanks for checking out my video. Today we're talking about the Nutri Mill Artiste Mixer. And I've seen a lot of reviews out there on it, but most of those people are talking about making bread. And they're all showing examples of, making bread. And for, not everybody's a bread baker. I make almost all cakes, cupcakes, and I make a ton of frosting. So that's why I love this mixer. There's so many good things about it for those particular things. So, I can't say so much about baking bread because I don't recall if I've ever made any bread with it or not, but I've made tons and tons of frosting and cookies and cake, and I love this thing. I've had it for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and I have not brought my Kitchenaid mixer out one time since I got this. It has 2 paddles instead of 1. And it has scrapers that scrape the outside of the bowl and the inside of the bowl, so you never have to scrape the bowl. Okay, so here are the things about it that I love. It's got a 6.5 quart capacity bowl. The Kitchenaid mixer has 5. My Kitchenaid one does. I'm not sure what they all have. It has a very impressive motor. It's strong. It's, it's not the quietest thing you're ever going to hear because it has a good motor in it, but it's got these sticky feet that are suction cups, so I mean it never gets away from you, and I mean never. In fact, sometimes getting it like up off the counter is sometimes takes a little muscle. It's very durable. The Nutri Mill is actually a sister company of Bosch, and Bosch, that name, they are very high quality products. I worked at a bakery where I had the Bosch mixer that is almost identical to this, except that it has a stainless steel bowl. So when I wanted to buy my own, I didn't really want to spend as much money as the Bosch, so I got this one, and I love it just as much. I can hardly tell the difference aside from that the bowl is plastic instead of stainless steel. So I have not regretted my decision at all to buy the lesser expensive Nutri Mill instead of buying the Bosch. And some of the people I've seen who do reviews, they talk about it. A couple people said it's hard to clean. I don't understand that because all I do is, of course I got a bunch of butter in here right now, is I just pull the pieces apart and I put them in the top part of my dishwasher, and then I put the bowl in the bottom of my dishwasher, and it comes perfectly clean every time. So I think people are washing by hand, and maybe that's what they're talking about, it being a little bit difficult. Any mixer that has quite a few parts, if you're going to wash them all by hand, yeah, that would be a little bit difficult, but this is just simple. I just throw everything in the top rack. There's nothing to it. It comes out perfectly clean every time. So I'm going to make a batch of frosting for you. And the most amazing thing about this thing, like I said, is the scraper. You don't ever have to scrape anything. And when I made frosting in the Kitchenaid, I always had to scrape it. Not only that, say you want to make a small batch of something in the Kitchenaid, it was like the paddle didn't quite hit real low in the bowl. So if you were just making, say, a half a batch of frosting or something small, it never did a very good job on small things. Bigger things it did better, but compared to this, I just don't think it compares. So I'm going to show you how to make a batch of frosting. And see, right now I've got 4 sticks of butter in there, which is my buttercream recipe. It just takes 4 sticks of butter and a 2-pound bag of powdered sugar. I'm going to turn this on, and I like to whip my butter for 3 minutes. So I am going to speed that part up so that you don't have to sit for 3 minutes while my butter whips. What we're going to do is we're going to put this in a little at a time, like probably four batches all together until we're done. Oh, I forgot. Gotta put some vanilla in there too. For increments, I put the first one in there. Just like that. That's ready. I'm going to put my second batch in here. third batch in. And at this point, I'm going to start adding a little bit of, you can use heavy cream, you can use half and half, you can use whole milk. I'm using whole milk today because that's what I have. We won't use more than 1/4 cup, and we might not use the whole 1/4 cup. It just put probably a tablespoon in there. Now I'm going to put the last of the powdered sugar in there. And we'll put a little more milk in there. We'll see how it turns out. There's a scraper on the outside and there's a scraper on the inside. So it's being scraped on the inner part and the outer part, and you never have to scrape it. So that's the thing I love the most about it. I think it's just about perfect, just like that. And I could have actually done a double batch. You can see that this bowl is nowhere near full with the large capacity. I could have done a double batch, but my single batch of frosting is pretty good sized. So I'm just going to stick with that for right now, but I'm really just making it so that I can show you how great this mixer works and explain to you why I like it so much. And like I said, there's a lot of good things about it. I'm not trying to knock Kitchenaid. I used mine for a lot of years and I loved it, but just for the kind of baking that I do, cakes, cupcakes, cookies, it's perfect. I mean, it's just so much better than Kitchenaid. So I want to give it 5 stars, and I'm going to put a link in the description for if you're interested in buying one. And it only comes with the wire whips. It doesn't come with the cake paddles and the cookie paddles. So those are the ones that I use most. So I bought the baker's bundle, and I will put a link in the description to both the mixer and the baker's bundle in case you're interested. So if you get one, I'd love to know what you think of it. If you're a bread baker, from what I hear, it's fantastic. It makes more loaves of bread just because of the larger capacity. So I'd love to hear what you think of yours if you get one. And check out any of my videos. My YouTube channel is Rhonda's Thrifty Kitchen, and I have a website, rhondasthriftykitchen.com, where I have all my recipes and videos. And do me a favor, hit subscribe. It's free to you, and it helps me to be able to make more videos. So thanks for checking in on me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.